Welcome to I Learned a Thing in the Bathroom from Dollar Shave Club, where we explain something very complicated in mere minutes to occupy your brain while you shave. In this edition, we'll be answering the question, how dangerous is flying, really? As explained by someone who sounds smart because he's British.
Let's start with the reassuring stuff. According to the FAA, there is only a 1 in 11 million chance that you will ever be involved in an airplane accident. And of those who have been unfortunate enough to experience such an incident, 96% of them have survived. You are, in fact, 200 times more likely to be killed in a car than in a plane. So all in all, flying is pretty darn safe.
You said that was the reassuring part, so what's the not reassuring part?
Well, there is the little fact that, in terms of the physics, no one seems to quite understand how flying actually works.
This cannot be true.
And yet it is. We're all taught in school that planes fly because air flowing over the top of the wings travels faster than the air underneath, resulting in something known as lift. But very few scientists can agree on how this happens. We know that it does work, but we can't completely explain why. So for over 100 years now, airplane designers have just taken this fact for granted and tried not to think too hard about it.
Could they not ask, some kind of physics genius or something?
Oh, they did. None other than Albert Einstein. He designed an entirely new type of wing based on his understanding of how he thought the physics should work. The result was a disaster of a plane that the test pilot described as waddling in the air like a pregnant duck.
Talking of animals, what about, snakes?
Outside of the cult movie Snakes on a Plane, snake attacks on planes are incredibly rare. In fact, I can only name one. A 2012 flight from Cairo to Kuwait in which a cobra escaped from a passenger's in-flight bag and bit him. A far worse reptile-based incident in 2010 saw 19 people killed when a plane crashed in the Democratic Republic of Congo. But the cause of that crash wasn't a snake. It was an escaped crocodile.
Well, that is just awful. What about the germs on planes? Isn't all that recycled air bad for you?
Although most of us think of the air in a commercial flight as being a germ and fart-filled recycled miasma, it's not really the case. Air is constantly being drawn through compressor stages in the jet's engines, after which it's filtered to remove 99.97% of unwanted bacteria and pumped into the cabin. All in all, the air in the cabin is refreshed around 20 times an hour. That's 8 more times than the average office building. What's most likely to get you sick on a flight is touching the tray table that 2,000 other passengers have touched right before you, so give it a wipe down and remember to carry hand sanitizer.
I realize I may not want to know the answer to this, but what is it that actually kills you when a plane crashes?
It could be a number of things. Fire, smoke inhalation, drowning. But in general, it's the rapid deceleration that does it. That is, free falling at high speed and then stopping instantly when you hit the ground. Here's the thing. Even if the plane crashes fairly intact, leaving you still in your seat, your internal organs, including your brain, tear loose and are basically pulverized inside your skeleton by the sudden deceleration. You may look fairly undamaged from the outside, but inside, you've been turned to mush.
I was right. I didn't want to know. Tune in next time for more I Learned a Thing in the Bathroom. And in the meantime, head to dollarshaveclub.com for more podcasts and a big old pile of grooming products.